Hi, welcome back, everyone. So, usually I try to do a video for Pride Month to show my pride and solidarity for my fellow LGBTQ people out there. Uh, I think this year, I've done a lot of picking at the marketing, the product placement, targeted marketing strategies that a lot of corporate empires have used to target the LGBT community. And I think, given how much hatred there is going around about LGBTQ people, I don't want to be taken the wrong way. So I wanted to really kind of show where I truly stand. I don't think I show enough of my progressive positions and leftist positions. I don't think I do enough to do that. And there's people who have been watching me for a long time that probably would think, like, what? Not showing enough? Like, dude, you're already pretty fucking far left. But, I can see how some people who don't know, like, might stumble across some of the videos and get the wrong idea. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be misunderstood. So I'm like, I should probably stop doing that. I still think, that the product placement is annoying and that there are aspects about Pride that there are aspects about Pride where it's not very, like, in the past it's not been like inclusive to like counterculture people. And I think there are non-binary people that still do face that today. That, I mean, the gay community can be pretty trendy, in vogue, and if you're not trendy, in vogue, like pop culture, they tend to shy away and shrug away. But aside from, and I think I've also made the message of, I don't have a problem with fetish. I have, I don't kink shame or anything like that. I don't have a problem with fetishes. I really don't. I don't care. I have the position, the philosophy that as long as you're not hurting anybody, you should be able to do whatever you want. And, I don't particularly have any fetishes of my own. I'm pretty vanilla, but I don't really have anything against fetishes. But I think I have, and I think Vosh has probably worded this better than me. I think I've been a little bit more blunt about it, and I can see how some people might take that the wrong way, but I've pretty much said, like, fetish stuff in front of young people, bad optics, I think is how Vosh worded it. And I didn't word it like that, but pretty much the same thing. I don't have a problem with people's fetishes. I really don't. I don't care. Seriously, not at all. I've had some boyfriends that were into some kinks and fetishes and stuff. I don't really, like I said, don't really do them myself, but I did participate for them, but not on the receiving end of it for them. It's just, but yeah, that's something that doesn't need to be done in front of everybody. Not as kink shaming stuff. It's just that's there's some things that you don't want. It's bad optics. That's probably the safest way to put that. Unfortunately, you have to put it that way, and you can't just say, like, hey, don't like, I don't want to be accused of kink shaming because I'm telling people you shouldn't be doing that in front of kids. It shouldn't be considered kink shaming to do that. It's just that's not good. There's just some things you just don't do. There's a reason why that aspect is 21 years of age and older. This is an aspect of pride, okay? The sort of after party, okay, look, there's no kids going to those after parties. Those are 21 years and up. They sell drug paraphernalia. They sell like pipes and stuff. They also sell fetish stuff, fetish gear. And here's the big ticker, okay? They sell alcohol and tobacco products. You have to be 21 years of age or older to get into an event, an establishment that's selling booze, tobacco, paraphernalia, and sex toys and stuff. You have to be 21. The sex toys, you technically only have to be 18, But because of the alcohol and the cigarettes, I mean, just for that alone, you can't get in unless you're 21. So a lot of this stuff that occurs is being misrepresented. People will find videos of things that go on in these after parties and make the proclamation that as part of the gay pride event, that those things are occurring in front of minors. They're not occurring in front of minors. You can't bring minors in there. They're serving alcohol. They're selling tobacco products. Actually, sometimes like Camel goes out to these events and gives away free cigarettes for like new cigarettes they're coming out with trials and stuff. You can't have people under the age of 21 entering in some place that is literally has places that are giving out free alcohol and free cigarettes. You have to be 21. You have to be. And then, there's the sex gear stuff. And it's not just fetish stuff. It's just, sex toys. Regular sex toys. I don't know if I can say it on YouTube anymore or not, pumps, pills, for enlargement or erections, lubricants, female and male toys kind of thing. So I don't know if I don't know anymore. The rules have become so strict, it's hard to say. But the stuff that you would find at like a sex shop, they you only have to be 18 to go into a sex shop. But like I said, the tobacco, the tobacco products and the alcohol products, you have to be 21 years of age. So no, there's no minors there. You can't. You can't bring in a minor. That's illegal. And they're actually really, really strict about this. In the gay community, at least that at least here in the local area, they don't just check your ID here. They scan it. They hold it up to lights. They look at it. They check it. They look at it front and back, and they scan it to make sure that that is not a counterfeit ID. That is a legitimate, actual state licensed driver's license of some sort or ID card stating that you are indeed at least 21 years of age or older. They actually scan it. You have to get your driver's license or your ID scanned to get in. So, no, there's no minors involved in that. Not if there are, then they've found a way to make a counterfeit ID that is very, very well done. So, one that would have the capability of being scanned and being verified as being valid. That I'm sure somebody out there has figured out how to do something like that. I don't know. If this is caught within that sort of atmosphere, that person gets kicked out indefinitely. So even when they turn of age, 21, the bars that are associated with that event, you still can't get in. You're permanently barred from those venues because you tried to use a fake ID. You permanently won't ever be able to get in. They won't let you. So I mean that's the way the local area operates around here. So they're very strict about that. One thing that I want to say before I continue is that I don't know how long this is going to be, so if it's really, really long, I probably won't upload it as like a video. I'll probably just sort of screen mirror it as a live thing. So if I do that and you're watching this and it says live, it's not live. It's something that was pre-recorded that I'm uploading live because it's just easier to do that with a bigger video. It's just so much easier to do it that way. So and I might break it into different videos because I think I'm gonna go over multiple things. So yeah. So I wanted to get that out of the way. So I know that there's a lot of people that do this. They find things like that would be absolutely inappropriate to do in front of minors. And a lot of those things that I see, those occur like in the like after parties type things. Like these are parts of Pride, the Pride event that they're ran by the local LGBTQ community. Like there's this little board that decides these things, and there's companies. This is where the paraphernalia stuff comes in. There's local companies that buy, like they rent like a plot to set up a tent and sell their stuff in. There's also like local t-shirt printing companies that make t-shirts and stuff for Pride that do it too. But they're the ones that organize with RJ Reynolds to have the cigarette stands and have the camel people come out and take surveys and hand out free packs and stuff like that. Like seriously, I used to love doing that because you could get all you had to do to get a free pack of cigarettes was go in and do a survey, and they'd give you a free pack of cigarettes. And that they have beer vendors, alcohol vendors, and stuff like that. That's usually brought by the plethora of gay bars within the area. Like I said, this is off limits to people who are underage, people under the age of 21. You have to be 21 years of age to go into that. You have to be legally. That's legally required. There's no way around that. No. And that this is also one of the reasons it's not just because it's inappropriate for minors. It's that if a minor does go in there and they're not proactive in getting them out, then they'll get shut down. So like the local gay bars and stuff, like if one is caught doing that and not doing something about it, especially not only are they fined, they could be shut down for that. So they're very strict, very, 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 very strict about that. Very strict. It's barred for life. Seriously. So I mean that's something that tell like an 18-year-old with a fake ID trying to get into a gay bar. It's like, well, when you turn 21, do you still want to be able to go in the bar? Yeah. Well, then you probably don't want to do that, because if you're using a fake ID and you're actually only 18, by the time you are 21, you won't be able to get in. You'll be barred for life. You don't want to do that. That's a real thing. So no, I don't think these things are being done in front of youth. I really don't think so. I've never seen that. Never in my life have I seen that. The things that part of Pride that youth are invited to are things like the parade, and they, they'll have like a stage, and they play really poppy dance music, and maybe they do like a light show, and yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Dancing, rainbow flags, light shows, and music. The other stuff doesn't really come around till later, and like I said, a lot of that stuff that's off limits to minors. So the stuff that the minors can access is benign. It's not the things that, a lot of these conservative people, these right-wing people, they're over exaggerating, they're blowing it out of proportion. In many cases, it's just outright lying, or they'll find one obscure example, and a lot of the times that obscure example, like that, the people behind that have been punished for it, but they don't tell you that. They just say, oh, look at this one obscure. They don't tell you it's an obscure example, that this is like, out of all the events, we found maybe this one or two situations. They don't tell you it's just one or two situations out of thousands. No, they just say, oh, look what they do. And they don't tell you, well, that's only like one example that happened. And the people who did that got in trouble. And no, that's not condoned. That's absolutely not condoned. Not at all. So yeah, that's deliberately, misrepresenting what's happening, I think. I want to see something really quick. There's buttons I can push to switch between the screens, and I don't remember what they are. Okay. Okay. Let's do a test run of this. So I think it's, yeah, okay. Yep, okay. That's good. So this is some, like, a friend of mine sent me this video, and saying, like, happy Pride Month, sorry for all the homophobia and bigotry. And I thought, well, maybe I kind of want to do a reaction video to it. I've only seen like the beginning segment of it. It's not a very long video. So I wanted to do a reaction video to it, and like, give you my 2 cents on the things that they say. So these guys, I'll give a warning, the trigger warning here. They do not have a very high opinion of LGBTQ people. They don't. They're hateful. So just know that. But, that's why I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to make fun of them. Hopefully I'll be able to debunk them. that do it? Yep. Okay. So these guys here, the conservative twins. Let's see what these people have to say.
Yeah, I got a new show for y'all. Got a damn good show. All right, so I came across this video on Vice. This guy's gay. He's gay. He's a teacher. Homosexual. Huh?
Oh.
What kind of gay is he?
So this, I already find this interesting at the beginning because he's saying the title of it, Trans Man, says it's his right to do what? And then they talk about a teacher who's gay. There's a difference between being trans and gay. You can be trans and not be a homosexual, and and vice versa. So no, it's not the same thing.
It's the kind of guys that wear makeup. Oh, he's flaming gay. Total gay. He's so gay, he's almost a disability.
Yeah, see, that's messed up. Like, no, it's almost a disability. No, it's not a disability. That's ridiculous. And you know, like, my understanding is, you know, if you're a gay guy, you wear makeup, you're kind of on that non-binary scale. So, I mean, you know, like I said, these guys are pretty offensive. You know, right off the bat, they're saying that homosexuality is a mental disorder. It's not a mental disorder. It doesn't impact or disrupt your ability to function in life. You know, it's not like where you have like agoraphobia and you can't leave your house because you're scared of open spaces, and if you're in open spaces, you have a panic attack. So no. Absolutely not.
He's ambitiously gay. He's over the top gay. Yeah, he's one of them gays. You know, some gay dudes, you don't even know they're gay. Yeah, that's the type of gay I like. Yeah, I like those. Good.
See, this is really funny to me. That's the type of gay that I like. The guys, the ones that you can't tell. And, you know, this goes back to that whole narrative that they just want us all back in the closet. You know, like... I don't care as long as you can't tell. You know, it's like basically, you know, you want us back in the closet. Like, you know, just come out and say it. You want people to be closeted. You don't want to know that. You don't want to be able to. The moment they can even tell. Like even if you have no feminine attributes as a gay male or anything like that. They you know, like, in behavior with like your partner or whatever in public, you know, like, oh, I can tell, and I think that's a problem to these people. Like it's like, this is why we can't have nice things, is because like some bigot out there had like completely freaks out because they see two dudes kiss. Like, it's ridiculous.
Strong conservative gay man.
Oh, a conservative gay man. They don't want you to just be in the closet. They don't want just want. It's not that they just want to not be able to tell. They want you to be conservative.
He ain't got to prove nothing. Yeah. You know, he's just living his life. He just want to be happy. He just want to marry who he wants to marry. He just wants to love who he wants to love. Yeah,
well, I think that's probably the person they're talking about too. They probably just want to live their life the way that they are and not have people completely shish kebab them just for existing.
A lot of gay people come to our comedy shows, man, and they would tell you, say, you know, I'm gay, but I'm not with those folks. Yeah. You couldn't tell they were gay. Yeah, that's my kind of gays. Yeah, making gays great again. You know what the type of gays I like?
Gross.
They come off just like straight people.
Normal. Really, see, normal. And the thing is like, I mean, can you imagine if, you know, somebody like Matt Walsh or Nick Fuentes or something like, you know, like who's another like big white nationalist type, Mike Enoch or something like that. You know, it's. I could see someone like that making the commentary that they don't mind black people as long as they don't act or sound black, but that they act or sound normal like white people. I can totally see a white supremacist saying that thing, and I mean that's what they're saying about gay people. I mean, when the moment they say, we want you to act straight, because that's normal. I'm not going to deny that heterosexuality is the default, but I have sort of this problem with the notion of normalcy. I'm not sure who's dictating what's normal or abnormal when it comes to things like this. Yeah. I mean, in the sense, you could say that normal is what the majority of the population does, but I don't think they're using it in that context. I think they're using it in the context of how they think subjectively you are supposed to act in their minds.
That's homophobia right there.
Yeah, it is.
They're not normal. It's real talk, though.
Yes, they are normal.
Run over your head. No, it's funny. I'm just trying to make a point. No, your sexuality shouldn't define you. Yeah, shouldn't define.
I would agree. I don't think your sexual orientation defines you. Your gender identity probably does.
You shouldn't be able to tell. Well, you're gonna be able to tell if you're gay. You can't. Some things you can't hide. Well, some guys they're just prissy gay. Yeah, they're just feminine gay. Some of it looks like an act though, because I don't even see women act like that. Yeah, when you see a gay man walking, he's twisting his hips. No, you gotta be exhausted by the time you can.
I mean, they're basically like attacking like individual expression, and like that's one thing that I would have a question is like, do you support a person's right to express themselves individualistically? If you support individual expression, or like being an individual, and it sort of pains me to think like if somebody's at a store, let's say like a heterosexual cis guy is at a store and they find a product that they think is cool. And then the moment someone tells them, oh, that product is for women, then they go, oh, I can't buy it. So right then and there, they're denying themselves something that they like, just for the sake of trying to keep like a facade. They're how am I'm not articulating this very well. So like they're denying themselves something that they want, all for the sake of somebody telling them that it's that thing is female, so you're not supposed to. And so they're not able to truly express themselves as an individual. That they're not able, like, they should be able to say, I don't care that it's for females. Like, I'm talking about a heterosexual cis guy here. They should be able to say, I don't care that it's for females. Like, this is a cool product and I want it. And so, like, why not be able to have it on that reason alone? Obviously there are some things where that doesn't make sense, but I mean, I don't know why you would do that to yourself. I don't know why you would suppress things that, like, having access to things that you like and enjoy, just because society has some portion of society has for arbitrarily decided that, like I remember one time that, like, a long time ago, there was this like weird cracker that had chocolate in the center, and it was advertised as like a girl cracker or something for girls. And it's like, well, who cares if you're a boy and you like it? I mean, it's a cracker with chocolate in the middle. I don't understand or see what makes this, that this is an arbitrary definition, an arbitrary line. It's okay. I mean, it's just marketing. You know, they market it towards females. That doesn't mean that it has to be for females. If you enjoy crackers with chocolate in the center, it doesn't matter if you're a male or whatever you identify as. If you like crackers with chocolate in the middle, you can enjoy it. You don't have to be a female. That's just marketing.
You know, it's a lot of work all day. But anyway, I'm just trying to say, I mean, well, say it, Kevin. You feel bullshit. What's wrong with you? I just want to say, they should just be normal. Just, why you get...
I would say they should just be themselves. I don't know what's wrong with just being yourself.
It's like some of these gay people that's over the top gay, it's like they got a chip on their shoulder and they're trying to...
And I also don't know what over the top gay is.
Prove something to you and to themselves. Mostly...
Maybe that's just how they are.
To themselves. All right, so I'm going to get to this video. We're going to get to it then. This why you got to tell me about it. Just going to get to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this gay teacher, he says it's discrimination when people take their kids out of class because he's gay. Check this video out.
How is that not discrimination? Like, literally you're discriminating because the sole purpose of taking the kids out of class because he's homosexual, that's discrimination. Like, that's the very definition of discrimination. Not being able to buy a house because, you know, like, because you're gay, because you're trans, because you're non-binary, because you're a person of color, because you're a woman. That's discrimination. Pulling your kids out of class because your teacher is a woman is discrimination. That's called misogyny. Pulling your kids out of class because the teacher is trans, it's discrimination on being trans. Pulling them out of class because they're non-binary, that's exactly what discrimination is. What the hell are you talking about? How is that not discrimination? How is that not discrimination? I wish I had a different screen. I'd look up the definition of discrimination. That's discrimination. So I'm gonna do that. We're gonna look up the definition of discrimination. The unjust or prejudicial treatment of different categories of people, especially on the grounds of ethnicity, age, sex, disability. Yeah, treating someone different based on being, on ethnicity, age, sex, disability, sexual orientation, gender identity. Yeah, that's discrimination. Recognition and understanding the difference between one thing and another. Okay. Yeah, that's discrimination. That's the definition. So, yeah. Wait, did I hit? Yeah, I hit the right button. Okay.
Choice, it gets a little bit tricky, right? My first class the first day I had 25 students. By day 2, I had 19 because 6 parents switched out of the class because they saw me and they were like, there's no freaking way, before I even got a word in. Do I think that it is okay?
So to be clear, what they have said from the get-go is that this is based solely on appearance, on the fact that, you know, they're not gender conforming. And so because they're not gender conforming, the parents on that premise alone pulled their kids out of class. It doesn't sound like that he's said anything inappropriate, or I don't know if they identify as he. So I don't know if they said anything inappropriate. There's no evidence of this so far. They're saying that they didn't say anything inappropriate, and I'd be willing to bet that what many conservatives see as inappropriate, would not be considered inappropriate if it was a heterosexual person in saying it in place. And again, that's a double standard. That's discrimination. So, like that's, going from, what did he say? What did they say? 25 to 19 students, just based off of their appearance and the way they present themselves alone.
Okay, for a parent to see me and go, not around my kid. No, I don't think that's okay. I feel like that's really crossing the line because you are, for lack of better words, discriminating against me openly. That's like seeing a black teacher and being like, there's no way. It is the same. It is the same.
I agree.
Not the same.
How is it not the same? How is that not the same?
Being black has nothing to do with being gay.
Yeah, there are gay black people.
Yeah, I see a point though.
That's a him.
At least he admits that he sees a point there.
So what? A cute man, man. That's a dude.
I remember I had a crush on a girl in high school that just like you, just she had longer hair. If you had the hair, woo, you can get it.
I didn't know that's a dude.
Yeah, but you know it's a dude.
I didn't know that was a dude. I ain't playing.
Well, we don't know that they identify as a male. They could identify as non-binary, being that they probably identify biologically as male. But gender speaking, this is where the non-binary stuff comes from. It comes from within the gay community. You do have people that, they have aspects, varying ranges of femininity and masculinity. Personally, I think everyone has some combination of masculinity and femininity. I'd be willing to bet even these guys right here have something in their life that is some kind of perceived feminine trait.
Fight me. I'm not gaslighting you. I thought that was a female. I just thought she was one of those butch bitches.
Ugh.
That's not what a butch lesbian looks like.
Short hair?
No, a butch lesbian's like really.
No, that's over the top butch. That's just average butch.
There are straight women that could fall into that category too. It's not just homosexual women.
She came off like a lesbian.
The same thing with straight guys. Like, not all straight guys are on that binary like these guys. Like, there are straight guys I have met that are, more in touch with their feminine side, and they don't that they don't have problems getting attention from the ladies either.
You said that's a he?
Well, you like him?
No, that's a he.
You think he cute?
No, he looks like a lesbian.
You want to pound that shit?
No, I thought it was a lesbian.
How is it that they can say these things and get away with it? Like, I'm not conservative. I don't make these kind of talking points. But I guarantee you, like, if I said this on my channel, that video would be banned. How did they get away with this? I'm guessing it has to do with the fact that they have 2.41 million subscribers.
Lesbian.
I don't give a shit what you think it was.
Well, I made a mistake.
I'm trying to make.
I'm only human. Look, that's a dude.
My God, how long are you guys going to sit here and debate
I'm gonna take something
what you think their gender or
that thing has balls on it?
Yeah, Kevin.
I thought
identity
it was a lesbian.
is?
Sorry, damn. I thought it was a lesbian.
Anyway,
why do you care?
I'm gonna tell you why it's okay for parents to take.
Let me tell you something. It's not really any of your business what they identify, if they're male, if they're female, if they identify as a man or a woman, unless you plan on doing something with them. Then it's really none of your business, is it? Why is it your concern? If you're not going to date them, if you're not interested in being with them sexually, it's really none of your business. It's not your business. It's none of your concern.
Their kids out of your classroom. Because sexuality is taught. It can be taught. There's a biological...
No, it's not. Actually, I made a Facebook post about this and that I'm going to read. There's an alarming amount of evidence that, no, it's not taught. It's not a learned behavior. especially in the older LGBTQ crowd, like those of us who are older, I don't remember a day and age where society was just so ultra cool, warming, and accepting of LGBTQ people. When I went to school, society was so heterosexual based, like nobody talked about homosexuality at all. Like even, like I think they started sex ed in like 5th or 6th grade or something like that. And the extent of it was, oh, you're going to get hair in funny places and you're going to need to start wearing deodorant. Your voice is going to start to crack and change. And that they'd say you're going to start noticing girls. Well, as a homosexual person myself, like nobody explained to me that, because I wasn't noticing girls. I didn't start noticing girls. I was doing something else. I started noticing guys, and nobody explained what that was. And nobody really explained what homosexuality was, and you were just kind of left to figure it out on your own. So the idea or the concept that it's something that's taught or learned, there was nothing in my life that was presented to me where I would have learned to be a homosexual or taught to be a homosexual. Nothing. That doesn't make sense. So, like, if that were true, my question is, okay, where the hell did all these people learn it from? Like, especially, like, I've dated a lot of guys that have come from rural areas. They grew up in communities that were extremely intolerant of LGBTQ anything, and coming out of the closet as such could literally be a danger to your life. So, no, like, these communities are very, very adamant that when you grow up, you are going to grow up straight. You have to be. So a lot of LGBTQ people that grow up in those communities, they fake it to survive. That's very real. So it's like, what do you mean it's learned? Where did these people learn it from? They're growing up in a community where they're being told, if you're if you're trans, if you're gay, if you're bi, if you're not a man the way that we dictate and decided arbitrarily that a man should be, or a woman the way that we've arbitrarily dictated and decided a woman should be, then you're risking the possibility of being assaulted, of something really bad happening. Like, this is scary growing up in these communities. You have to pretend, you have to fake it, and you have to be really, really good at it, because if they find out, there are parents in these communities that will do bad things to their kids just because of it. So where do they learn it from exactly? Where's that coming from? Because all the stimulus that they've been given has come from a completely heterosexual based society, a completely heterosexual based worldview, and they are not. That can't be explained if you say that it's learned. This is just rationalization, trying to justify the bigotry and the hatred. There's no evidence of that. None whatsoever. That's crap. Sexuality is your sexual orientation, that's involuntary. It's involuntary, okay? It's involuntary.
Logical side to sex, right? Because it's natural for us to procreate, for a dude to penetrate a woman and create a kid. That's biological. But it's also...
Biologically, we all start off as females in the womb, too.
Guys are biological. But also, there's an environmental side to sexuality. If you're exposed and raised by gay people, your teacher's gay, your damn everybody you experience is gay, guess what you're gonna be?
We have evidence that shows like there have been kids that have been raised around LGBTQ people that have not grown up gay. So again, you have LGBTQ people that have grown up in straight communities that have, are LGBTQ. They weren't taught to be LGBTQ, and yet they are. You also have examples of LGBTQ people raising kids, and they turn out straight. So this is not making sense. What they're saying is just crap.
More likely. You're going to be a flaming homosexual. More than likely.
There's going to be some exceptions, don't get me wrong, but you're going to be highly influenced to be...
Oh, there's more than just exceptions.
Be homosexual.
Yeah, because not only is sexuality biological, it's environmental.
Hey, I don't have...
There's no evidence of
That's a
that.
problem like a...
It's like pollution.
Can I say...
There's some suggestion of environmental influence that, turn on epigenetics, but still ultimately we really don't know where homosexuality comes from. We don't know. We have no idea. We know it has something to do with epigenetics, but we really don't know what triggers them. There are several theories on the table, but we don't know.
Say something?
You know what I'm saying? It's
Can I
like
talk?
environmental pollution.
Can I say something? It's
What?
not environmental pollution.
I was going to make a point.
That's homophobic, what you said. Apologize
Everything that these people are saying are homophobic.
to them
I
homos.
ain't apologizing nothing.
You better apologize to them homos.
Another reason why it's okay for parents to take kids out of the classroom, you people like to push your lifestyle on people.
Yep.
That's another reason
Yeah.
why.
No, you're pushing your lifestyle. You're on us. You're telling all the LGBTQ people we have to act normal and behave like you, straight. That's how we're supposed to conduct ourselves. So, no, that's actually the other way around. We're not, this narrative that's being pushed is not a narrative of freedom, individualized self-expression, and freedom to do so. It's you have to express yourself within the confines of a label or a box. And if you go outside of those perimeters, then, then whatever they have to do to rationalize, there's something wrong with you. That's their narrative. No, nobody's, I encourage people to be themselves and to be individual, but that's not pushing people to act like me. That's pushing people to do what they love and love what they do. And individual, like I'm actually putting the narrative forward of advocating for the freedom of individual expression.
It's okay for them to do that.
Yeah.
Because you push your ideology on them.
Yeah.
It's okay to censor people.
This is also a gross overgeneralization. They're making the generalization that all gay people are going around telling all these straight people and all these kids that they're supposed to act just like us. And I have never in my life met a trans person, a homosexual, or a gay person, the male, or a lesbian, bisexual, or a non-binary person who has done that. I have never met someone that has gone around telling straight people and kids that you have to behave like me or like us. LGBT as we're not a collective. That's not a thing.
People's ideologies when you don't want. Look, as a parent, you have the right to indoctrinate your child how you want them. Yeah. To live.
Indoctrinate?
I have that right, so long as it's not against the law.
You have the right to indoctrinate your children? I think that's what he just said. Well, I guess. I don't think every parent wants to indoctrinate their child. You just...
I don't want my kids exposed to over-the-top gay people. Yeah. I'm not going to expose them to that.
Yeah, if you conservative gay, then
if you just
nobody has a problem with you.
If you just gay, you look like Rosie O'Donnell, and you just keep that to yourself, I don't care.
Don't care, yeah.
But once you go over the top, you're a man, you wearing makeup,
yeah.
You being prissy, and I already know you're going to put your lifestyle on the kids. Yeah. You start talking about these pronouns stuff. No, I'm taking my kids.
Hey, can I do some talking?
Because that's ideology.
You over here hogging up all the airtime.
It's not ideology. You're basically saying that people should not have the freedom of individual self-expression.
I can't even say nothing.
Now you know what it feel like.
I don't have, like...
You ain't got shit to say now.
You know, that's ironic that they say, you know, he's talking about, oh, you're not letting me say anything. You're suppressing my... Well, you know, you're doing that to LGBTQ people because, you know, they had a feminine voice.
You're saying everything.
Come on, I know you can do it. She turned you on, huh? I mean, he turned you on, huh?
No, he didn't. I thought it was lesbian.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hey, look here.
Yeah.
Look, that you gays is over the top.
Yeah. You liked that, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. I can see it in your eyes.
You don't see shit in my eyes. Hey, you talking about?
Yeah.
I just thought it was a lesbian.
Kevin's a homosexual, everybody. That damn gay dude got him shook over here.
I guarantee you, off camera, the way that they talk about LGBTQ people is even worse than this. I guarantee you.
You a damn liar. He ain't got nothing shook over here.
Well, say something. He got you shook. You can't even think of his face. But you feeling all uncomfortable.
See, what I think, I think that somebody who behaves outside of what they consider normal makes them uncomfortable. I'd almost be curious to see what they think of the goth counterculture.
Shut up, man. Look, this is what I was gonna say.
Stop touching me.
Maybe some of that uncomfortability is coming from the I don't know. I don't know these people. Maybe they have some homo-erotic feelings that they're uncomfortable with, and maybe that's why this makes them uncomfortable. Is because it arouses you know, a little bit of sexual curiosity, and that makes them uncomfortable. So they're like, oh, I can't be around this person because it's a guy, but I find him attractive because he's very feminine. Like I might actually, you know, be with him. Oh my God, I'm having thoughts. We need to get away from him. So you're projecting your own insecurities onto your kids if that's the case.
Look, nobody cares about you, your lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know? It's just
Great, then you can shut up.
just when I say I drop off little Rico at the school, man, there's a man, the drag queen teach my kid, I have a problem with that. If it's a person, I have a
Obviously.
personal problem with that. And for you to say that we can't discriminate against you is everybody's.
He just said it right there. You're saying I can't discriminate against you. He literally wants to have the ability to discriminate against LGBTQ people. That's a Freudian slip. He just said it out loud. I don't think he meant to do that.
Discriminates against everybody. Liberals discriminate against conservatives. Conservatives discriminate against lesbians. It's just a natural reaction. For you to say that I can't take my son out of school because of your lifestyle, that's crazy as hell. I can do whatever I want with my child.
That is true. You don't need to give any reason to take your kid. If you want to take your kid out of school and homeschool them because it could be a million different reasons. You have every right to do that.
Indoctrinate my child with whatever I want. That's my child. Like you can indoctrinate your kids whatever you want. That is always going to be the parents' decision.
Except they're telling the narrative that they don't want people to have the freedom of individual self-expression. So that's not what he was saying in the beginning. You know, in the beginning, he wasn't saying, you know, you do what you want and I'm going to do what I want and everything's copacetic. No. He was saying it's only cool as long as you fit inside the box.
Yeah. You psycho, you gonna guilt trip the parents. Oh,
Psycho.
This discrimination. You treat me like I'm black or something. Look, oh, yo, gaslighting, guilt tripping, homosexual.
Okay, that's really... Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word. The F-bomb.
Look, if I drop my kid up and it's a lesbian woman.
So, like, they're gonna play, like, that card of, like, oh, look, we know about discrimination because, you know, we're black, so we know what we're talking about, but fail to see that, it's the same thing. You are discriminating against LGBTQ people, and yes, discrimination against people of color exists, and so does discrimination towards LGBTQ people. That exists too. And there was a time where, it's like, don't, like the establishment society was telling people of color, don't wear your hair like this, don't have this vernacular, don't have these linguistic syntax, that we want you to talk like this, we want you to dress like we do, talk like we do, walk like we do, do the things that we do, and then you're normal, you fit inside the box. And if you don't fit inside the box, then that's not discrimination. Oh no, it's something else entirely, even though it's discrimination.
And she's, seeing all over the top gay. Just teach my kid what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to teach him a curriculum. Has nothing to do with your lifestyle.
He didn't. Sorry, they didn't say that they were teaching them the kids anything about LGBTQ anything. For all we know, they were teaching the kids curriculum. You have shown no evidence that this person was teaching kids about inappropriate stuff, which, like I said, I'd be willing to bet what they consider inappropriate is, if it was done by a heterosexual person, they wouldn't see it as inappropriate. I guarantee it.
Yeah, and that's absolutely nothing. And that's one of the reasons why parents pick their kids, because they know you're going to push your lifestyle. They don't.
Oh, Oh, I guess we're the magic angel babies. We have special mind powers. We can read the future.
I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're
psychic
gay.
abilities.
But when I go there and you got a gay flag up, you have my kids saluting your flag, worshiping you.
Is there any evidence of that? Salute? No, I've never ever seen anyone salute the gay flag unless it was like out of a parody of event. Like, and I don't mean an event. I mean, like, you're at like a party or something like that, and somebody has a gay flag, and people are like all the friends and they're drinking and having a good time, and just like, like, oh, I salute you, and just fun. I don't know that anyone has ever saluted the gay flag in a very, very serious, very militant, clinical manner. I never. You would have to show me evidence of that. I don't, and I believe that there's some context behind that. It's just not something that would be very common either. That's ridiculous.
You pushing your pronouns on. Yeah.
We're pushing pronouns. Who's doing that?
And a dress, you doing provocative things too. That's what we care about. We don't care if you're a homo.
Yeah, and you're a dude wearing makeup.
That person that you showed wasn't wearing a dress. They were wearing a button-up shirt, very professional looking, actually, and I presume probably slacks. The only thing really is that they did tend to have more of what we perceive as feminine aspects to their personality, but as far as wardrobe goes, the only thing that was happening there was lipstick. That's it.
Yeah, we got a problem, bruh. I don't care how cute you get.
It's a damn good show. I swear up and down I thought that was a woman.
Damn good show. Yeah.
People like this exist, and I have videos being taken down for hate speech because I said that corporations do ad placements for gay pride and treat pride as just a giant marketing gimmick. And that gets taken down for hate speech, and then these people are sitting here just making stuff up. Wow. That's incredible. Okay, that's incredible. So that was fun. That was interesting. I mean, I think that's homophobia. Yeah, that's that's anti-LGBTQ. You know, it's very clear. You don't. No. That I don't know how you can rationalize that as not being anti, like, it's on the phobia mark. It's not just hate. It's not. I don't think it's blind hate. I think it's phobia. It is phobia. Like I said, I think they're projecting their insecurities onto their kids. I don't think kids think about stuff like the way that they're making it, or like, you want to pound them, you want to pound them. Kids don't think like that. They're kids. They don't think like that. They're not making the same connections you are. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you. Yeah. Just fit inside the box. You gotta be inside the box. Gotta be inside the box. Behave the way we tell you to behave. Walk the way we tell you to walk. Think the way we tell you to think. Talk the way we tell you to talk. Talk about the things we tell you to talk about. Dress the way we tell you to dress. You know, this is uniformity, conformity. It's authoritarianism in my eyes. It's, you know, you have to, you know, fit under this category, and if you don't fit, then there's something wrong. Just no. It suppresses the individual. It suppresses the individual. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, and I think that person, that teacher, I think they were, they looked professionally dressed. I don't think there was anything wrong with their attire. I think it was, you know, professional for a teacher. I don't think that was anything over the top. I mean, yeah, they were wearing lipstick. I don't think the kids are making that connection. I don't think that's the way it is. And I mean, this even goes into other things, like the fact that makeup was originally marketed for males to use too. It's just over time, like, it became like a female thing. But yeah, heterosexual males used to wear makeup. That was a trend that carried up into the 1700s, even. I think you have people like me that wear makeup, but it's not to look pretty. It's to look dead. Death. Okay, so if I do make this into different videos, I'm gonna cut that there. So, what do I want to go on to next? That concludes part 1. Stay tuned for the next part. Don't know how many parts there will be. Like, share, subscribe, comment, out.